That's what I was just saying. It wasn't the best commuter sort of system, right? I will totally say that. Cheat sheet. Dude, nice. Who was that? HVAC, thanks a lot. Yeah, it's not the easiest way. NASA is going to use SpaceX and continue with the Soyuz for ISS. Orion craft is meant for deep space. Yeah, it's going to Mars, I think. There's no reason for us not to be doing that. No, that's fine. That's cool. So now we're circularized 16. We have a periapsis of 16. Somebody wanted me to go lower. We can totally talk about the space stuff. I think that's totally cool. Somebody wanted me to go down to what, like 8, 7? I'll set my... Oops, that's 4. That's too low. Wait. But is 4 going to hit the moon? Let's find out. It's so hard to see. I can focus on the moon. Oh my gosh. Gilly, Kerbal, moon. Okay. Is that... Oh wow, we're going to do a really low pass, but I don't think that that's going to hit the moon. In fact, can I turn on trajectory? Will this tell me? Okay, that tells me that I'm not going to hit the moon. I wonder if trajectory is actually that, Huh. We'll have to test that sometime to see if trajectory can tell if you're going to hit the surface or not. Let's do it right now, F5, man. Look, we're going to do a test. This trajectory mod, guys, I love this freaking trajectory mod. It displays for atmospheric bodies where you're going to hit, which is awesome. But I'm going to try to do something else with it. What is my apo peri right now? I'll drag this down here. Periaps is 4420. Okay. Let's see how low we can set the periaps. 3961. 37. I wonder if it's just one height or if it works with mountain ranges. That is freaking super low. I wonder how much I have to go before it gives me a... No, see, it looks like that orbit is definitely going through that mountain edge. So it looks like the trajectory. It's the atmospheric trajectory mod, and we're testing it on the moon, so I don't really blame it too much. It looks like it's not going to tell us that we're going to hit that mountain right there. So that's good to know. Alright, well, let's not hit that mountain. In fact, you can't even look at that because that's not going to be the part of the moon that's underneath us when we get there. Apparently, 220 is too low. Let's give that a try and see how far we can skim past the moon. Just because we're playing around here. We want to keep it entertaining. So now we know about the trajectory mod. It's only Jeb, go for it. You know, stop. Boeing got some money, that's good. What's up, Magical Mexican? I remember your name from before. Thanks for hanging out. Trajectory doesn't change the displayed orbit without atmosphere. Oh, it does. Actually, HVAC, it does. Wait, impact including... doesn't change. Okay, yeah, you're right, you're right. It doesn't change the displayed orbit without atmosphere. Yes. But it does show impact, yes. But it was telling me that it doesn't, it doesn't count. Maybe, actually, maybe we weren't going to be hitting mountains there. Maybe it was working and it just wasn't thinking that I was going to hit anything. I already saved it. We've got plenty of Delta V to play around here. I'm going to save it again, and then I'm going to... Oh, no! I just refreshed the chat! That's why I need another monitor. Oh, my gosh. My bad! Yeah, exactly, Handman. Maybe I was going to miss. I just F5'd it, and we'll test it. Let's see if we miss right now. Here, we'll open this thing up just because... Extend, we'll open these things up just because we're going to be flying over the surface of the moon. This is our super low deep dish radar scan is what's going to go on here. We're going to gather solar energy and maybe we can actually scoop. That would be great if we could scoop something off the surface of the moon going by it at like some odd double F5 for double safety. You know something? I imagine that they're going to keep on using the ISS as long as it continues operating. Nice, I like that. Let's go ahead and time warp. I'm going to put our Mooner scoop down. We're going to fly right like this, right at the horizon, and see if we can't scoop up a Mooner sample by going so low. We got to have a little bit fun, even at boot camp. Let's go here. Going around the moon. There's the Kerbal. It's gonna be awesome. What's my actual height? Okay, here I need my, not my orbit, but I need my surface. That'll tell me my terrain height. Again, Kerbal Engineer, man, it's telling me the height off the terrain, which is not the same as this. This is a datum height, or whatever it's called. There we go. Set up that lunar scoop. Let's fast forward some more. 19, 18, 15, 14, 13. 6, 5. Wow, we're like 4,000 meters above the datum height. This is going to be close, y'all. Vertical speed, negative 31. I'm still going down. Alright, let's orient the lunar scoop again. I should also probably do a... should I do chase view? Or free view? Yeah, okay, here we go. That looks good. Let's see how close to the surface of the moon we are. We're 2,700. This is that big crater we're flying over. That is going to kill off... Alright, so this is all we've got. We're going 605 meters per second. We're going very close to the moon. Yes, that's cool. We created double F5 for double safety. I don't think that I'm going to hit it. How far to my periaps? Time to periaps, a minute 25. Periaps height 3790. The differences right now 3790 versus the surface height. It's going to be real close, y'all, but I don't think we're going to get a lunar scoop out of this. That would be an awesome mission. Jeez, look at that really cool crater we just went over. Maybe that's a challenge. Break a single part off your craft with a low lunar pass. I mean, what's my height right now? 9.2, and I'm still going down 10. Look at as we go over those craters, that actual altitude height. We just went over the crater, so it's a lot higher. Now it's coming back up. Whoop! We went up the slope of the crater. Are we at apoaps yet? Or are we at periaps? Nope, we're not periaps yet, but it doesn't look... Wow, it looks like I would have scooped if I went over that way, but where we're flying over here, we're not going to scoop. I think that we're going to hit periaps and we're going to start going back up with 1,000 meters to spare. Actually, what's time to periaps? Periaps 3787, 19, and so the lowest I ever saw was like 900, right? I saw 900 back there. So we need to take like 900. We need to set the periaps height at like 2,800. Let's do that. Let's do that right quick. Bit of a break for fun. What are you hitting to toggle the camera view? Sword, I was hitting the tab button to toggle through the planet list for scrolling, and to toggle the camera view I'm hitting M, which takes me from this to map view. To toggle cameras around this part, I am going to press I think it's V, to toggle like from free camera to other stuff. You saw 800? Alright, y'all saw 800. Good. So I need to set my periaps to my current periaps minus 800 and see how that works. My current periaps minus 800. So my current periaps, so I need to set it right to 3,000. Let me just... Too much. Where's it at? 2987? Roll the dice. Let's see if RNG is forever in our favor here. Actually, it's not RNG. This is all science. There's not a lot of RNG involved with this. Let's see how this one goes. This is going to be interesting. 800, 800. Yeah, thank you. And by the way, Craze, thanks for saying DOS 800. That totally highlights it. Yeah, no, I definitely did the reload there. This is going to be interesting. Because of the... I mean, I broadcast this to Twitch, and Twitch rebroadcasts it to you, and that takes some time for the servers to do that. I'm not broadcasting directly to you. I wouldn't have the bandwidth to do that. So that's why there's a lag. She's coming around the moon when she comes. She'll be coming around the moon when she comes. She'll be coming around the moon. She'll be crashing into the moon. Alright, here we go. When it slows down my time warp, I'll know that I won't be able to... I'll be low enough. Then I'll set up the scoop. I'm just trying to save as much time as I can here for the stream. So that time we set it to 800. Alright, time warp 1x. Let's see how this goes. Scoop activate. V to toggle to free camera mode. Yeah, HVAC Engie's got it there. Yes, Cray77. Next is landing on the moon. Do we not have encoders tonight? I thought we had encoders tonight. It wouldn't make any sense to me if we didn't have encoders. Landers is definitely next. We're just having a little bit of fun while we're flying past the moon here. Alright, we're not quite there yet, but I don't want my stream to start up. Yeah, that's weird. Why don't we? We've had 80 people most of the night. I don't understand why we don't have encoders. Huh. We had encoders last night and we were running 50 people, so I don't know what the deal was. Surprise, surprise, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, we had encoders last night. I think it may be the most popular streams or something. What are we at now? Altitude terrain. Egg Escagliati. Escagliati? Escagliati! Welcome to Kerbal Boot Camp. We're trying to get a lunar soil sample using this satellite dish as a scoop. There's that. Wow, this is where it is. I think this is it right here, y'all. I wish I had slow motion. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh my gosh. 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 1, 0, 1, 7, 150, 147. Oh my gosh, we just barely missed that. It was like 100. If I set it 100 lower, I think we got it. You know what I really need? I really need RCS to move this up and down. I'll do this one more time. I'll take 100 more out of it, and we will see how it goes. He might land it the best way. What is my thrust to weight? 13. Awesome quality control. Yeah, you know something? 70. What was DOS 70? What did I just miss? Oh, 70 was as low? I'll put 100 and we'll see how close we get. Alright, alright. That was a really close pass. 70 was the closest y'all saw. Did I just hold down quick save? Oh my gosh. I totally just held down quick save. Dang it. Well, we're going to do this another way. I totally just screwed us over, guys. I totally just held down quick save. We're going to do something a little bit different. I'm burning down. Don't try this at home. By the way, we're going to talk about lunar lander soon. This is not a lunar lander. Just so you know. Alright, that has us hitting the surface, allegedly. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to fly by the numbers here. I need to see my vertical speed. Where's my vertical speed? -9. Okay. Periaps in 44 seconds. The periaps. Alright, past the periaps is where it thinks we're going to hit it. Wow, look at this. I think we're going to hit that side of the crater, it looks like, doesn't it? I'm going to try and modulate my vertical speed. Wow. Yeah, look at that. That's not going to be possible. We would need a really flat place to do this. Let's see. Yep, that is where we're going to hit it when we're coming out the other side of that crater. Let's see what we can do here. And then, after I completely crash this thing, we do need to, 1 meter to survive and knock off the satellite. You're not lying. That doesn't mean we can't do it. We could fine-tune it with RCS or something that would give us thrust in the up and down direction. That must be it up there. Yeah, that must be it. That's where it thinks we're going to hit. And that definitely looks like we're going to hit. My vertical speed. 6. That didn't work at all because it was an upward slope. Oh, brother. Alright, so anyways, enough playing around. Back to boot camp. It just comes up way too fast. That is way too fast. But I totally just quick saved at this totally low altitude right here. So I think this is a safe orbit, though. We need to talk about how to get back home from the moon. We've made our orbit. We could do some science. We could get some graviolis and eat them or whatever it is we do. We need to talk about how to get back home. Remember the basics of orbital mechanics. If I put more energy into my prograde, more delta V prograde, my orbit increases, right, on one end. And if I put, I can illustrate it. I have a game here. If I put more prograde delta V, like that, my orbit increases. If I put more retrograde delta V, less prograde delta V, my orbit decreases. So you see, retrograde slows me down, prograde slows me up. What are we doing right now? We want to make it back home to Kerbin, right? So that means that we are orbiting around Kerbin in the moon's sphere of influence. The moon is like, what, 550 meters per second, I think, going around. And so we need to slow down this orbit. It's the same concept, right? The moon is going this way, and it's orbiting at such a speed that it keeps missing Kerbin. It is falling towards Kerbin at the same rate that Kerbin is falling away from it at this distance, right? Not falling away from it, but curving away from it. Moon is the same exact principle. We need to fall slower. So first we need to get out of the moon's sphere of influence, and then we need to fall slower. Actually, we need to go slower so that we fall towards Kerbin. So to do that, if I wanted to increase my orbit, when I exit the moon, I would want to go this way. I would want to burn in this direction, which was just like we did. It would increase my apoapse, so it would increase my orbit, and my orbit would look like this going out here. If I want to fall towards Kerbin, get closer to Kerbin, I would go retrograde to the moon. And if I burn in this direction, that'll actually make this circle smaller. It'll make my orbit smaller, closer. It'll have a lower periapse to Kerbin. But how does that work, right? We're orbiting Kerbin, or we're orbiting the moon this way, and I need to slow down. Well, the moon is going in this direction. Like, I'm behind the moon right now, and the moon is going this way around it. If I want to go slower, when I leave the moon, I basically need to go. When I exit the moon, I need to eject the moon in this direction so that I'm not only leaving the moon, but I'm also slowing myself down relative to Kerbin. Could I get home if I ejected in this direction and then burn to come back down? Yes, I could. Better to kill two birds with one stone. When I leave the moon's sphere of influence, I want to be going in this direction, right? Behind the moon. Again, there's the moon and Kerbin. The moon, I don't know if I'm pointing the right way, so I probably shouldn't do that. The moon is going to my right on the screen, and I need to eject out the back of the moon, which will not only get me away from the moon, but slow me down relative to Kerbin. Let's make a node so that it looks like that. If I were to burn, I'm going around it this direction, right? We're going around it in that direction. If I added a moon over there and I put a lot of prograde into it, that's wrong. See how that actually ejects us out the front of the moon? Let me bring it back. That would eject us from the moon, but we're going the same direction as the moon. That means, wow, we could actually escape Kerbin with that much delta V. That is not going to get us back to Kerbin. Let's try it on the other side of the moon. How much delta V did I put in that node? Whew, 430? We don't need that much. You only need like 100. Let's put it on the other side of Kerbin. That is, or sorry, the moon. That's going to eject to us retrograde relative to the moon. Look what that does. Our resulting orbit like that makes us fall back to Kerbin. That's the way that we get home. So I don't need nearly this much, right? I have plenty. I've got, what, 1900 in the tank or something? Yeah. And I put 430 in there. We really don't need that much. The only important thing is that I want this line ejecting from the moon to be pretty close to the moon's retrograde orbit. And I can burn like that, but put less delta V in. And look at how that brings the line back around, right? So now I'm ejecting from the moon. It's costing me a lot less delta V, right? 206 instead of 430. And that's still going to get me pretty close to Kerbin. I would need to burn a little bit more. What is that? 112? So there, 230 basically gets us home. Well, call it 250. 266, 281 actually. Wow. We may actually have to put a little bit more in there. So 270, so we saved 100 meters per second. This is also not the best direction to be orbiting the moon. If I was orbiting in the other direction, I could eject to the inside, which would even help me do it even more. But the long and short of it is that I want to, there we go, eject retrograde 199. Let me see, can I escape? What is the lowest I can escape the moon? There we go, that's not an escape. So the lowest I can actually escape the moon from this altitude is 195. If I drag this around until that is pointing backwards, like that, there for 195 I could get to that. Is there anything else that would be better? Nope. We need more, so let's just put more prograde into it. I'll say like 300. 50, 60. Drag it so that's more efficient. Again, I just want that line pointing straight back. 220. More. 84. I clicked on it to make it stick. More. 25. That right there is a return to Kerbin, and the cool thing is it's a return to Kerbin on the daytime side, so I'll actually land in the daytime, right? So, 282, 9 minutes. Everybody knows what's going on here. This is just a standard burn. Let's go. Whoa, buddy. We could have actually landed this guy on the moon with as much delta V as he has. There's that. 9 again. Oh, here's an interesting thing. Look at this. It's not telling me. Because I've loaded a quick save or I've come to this craft, it's not telling me how long my burn is going to be. That's totally annoying. Here are some ways that you can solve it. 282 is about 300. We have almost 2100 in the tank. I'm going to say 2100 just to make the math easy. 2100 divided by 300 is about 7. That means that 109 divided by 7, geez, what is that, 60? That's actually 70 seconds, right? It doesn't exactly work out this way. The math is not exactly right, but this is a good way to estimate it on the fly. 70, 90, 80, 90% of playing this game is being able to do things on the fly. The other 10% is planning ahead. The way I play it. Maybe other people play it differently. But that's going to be about a 10-second burn to put out 282. Not exactly true, but it's a close enough estimation for us. The other thing that we can do, F5, twice for safety. Go ahead and throttle up. 11 seconds, 12 seconds on the burn. Now I know it's a 12-second burn. Hold down F9 to resave, to reload the save. Now I know it's a 12-second burn, or an 11, 12-second burn. And so I know, even though it's not telling me the burn time there, I am going to go ahead and start at T minus 6 seconds. How's that sound? Let me get this burn done, then I'm going to go check the chat. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Screet. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and do this burn. We can actually retract this thing. There we go. 8, 7, 6. Light it up. 12-second burn, 13-second burn, something like that. The math doesn't work out that way because I'm heavier right now than I would be on the other end, but it's an easy way to do a really quick estimation of that. Just to guess. 2.7. How am I with Kerbin? Let's actually kill the node. We don't need it anymore. Periaps of 71. We could actually go into orbit around Kerbin, or we could do an arrow circularization of Kerbin. But I'm not going to do those things. Those will take extra time, and we want to land on the moon, don't we? In fact, before midnight, I want to land on the moon, build an SSTO. Whoops, wrong way. Land on the moon, build an SSTO, and build a space station. 80, 70, 60. Let's just get that under. If you get it under 30, you're going home. If you're above 30, if you're above 35, you're pretty much not. You may not go home. We'll see. So we still have 1678 in the tank. That's fine. That entire thing is just done. And now I will ask Tony 89. Welcome to Kerbal Boot Camp. We're getting you from 0 to the moon in a couple hours worth of streaming. Thank you for the follow. I totally appreciate it. All channel support I appreciate. Let's go ahead and get this time warp going. Excelente. It will untime warp us when it's time for me to check it out. Let me go check the chat, see if I've missed anything. I'm going to starve if I don't get something to eat tonight, by the way. I need to order a pizza or something. You never look at that and leave the opposite way. Let's see here. Yeah. Crazed, you were saying that I would need like 1 meter accuracy. You're right. We need some way to adjust it, but the surface of the moon is so freaking wacky it would be almost impossible to do that. Try to land on the helipad? Okay. RCS tuning, we can try that. That'll be a challenge someday. I don't want to spend too much more. The scoop did hit first. Technically, you are correct. Nofs. Nose. Nos F3. Nos F3? I don't know. No F3, dude. Also, welcome to Kerbal Boot Camp. I also do Kerbal Space Academy. Boot Camp is a long stream on the weekends, both Saturday and Sunday. Space Academy, 2-hour sections done every weeknight. Space Academy tends to be a little bit more complicated. We do advanced SSTOs and stations and interplanetary transfers and stuff. Here, we're just trying to get people to land on the moon. It's like such a big accomplishment. Hitman. Not cool. You need to quick save more. F5 double for safety. Actually, Hitman, I'm gonna have you give me 20 quick saves so you learn your lesson. Drop down and give me 20 quick saves. Oh my gosh. Wow, getting up there. Dude, Cray77, glad you learned something, man. That's freaking awesome. You just burning quick load again. Nice. What happened to my space ops to not fly? Zool! Good point. We were having fun. I mean, did you think that I was really following the space ops manual when I was trying to see if I could scrape my antenna off on the moon at 600 meters per second? Oh my gosh. Jeez. Pizza for everyone in the stream. I totally need to eat something though. Honestly, Brain Fried, it would save me some time if I text you. By the way, Brain Fried is my little brother, guys. My younger brother. He's not little. He's actually bigger than me. I can totally do it. Dude, Core North! Core North! Welcome to Kerbal Space Boot Camp. We're learning to space and Kerbal all at the same time. Thank you so much for the follow. Wow, look at that. Let me actually do that right quick. I will, Brain Fried, TeamSpeak. I'll message you on TeamSpeak, man. So I can just type it out and not text it. And if you could hop in, I'll just stay muted in TeamSpeak. And actually mute all my stuff. But if you hop into TeamSpeak, I'll post it in the channel. Dude, like, meat lovers will be fun. That's freaking awesome. Yeah, if you can do TeamSpeak. Baconilla, why do you hate quick saving? Are you really good at this game? Are you trying to show off how awesome you are and how you don't need to quick save?
PR entered your channel. Lobby on 91.3. Message received.
And 2 liters of Delta P. A large deep dish Supreme and 2 liters of Delta V. Delta P. Here, profiler. I'll actually just text it here. Poke it. I feel whatever. Received. You're not gonna get anything out of that.
Message received.
Dude, I don't care. Papa John's, Pizza Hut, whatever. I wonder if there were any ASDWs or IJKLHNs in my address. There you go, Pro. I poked you with the address. You should be good to go, dude. Thanks a lot. You're supporting the stream by letting me spend my time streaming instead of getting on the phone and ordering a pizza. Or even stopping to do a chat. Let's see here. Space Ops article. Collecting lunar sample via RF dish. Oh my gosh. N05F3. N05F3. What is that? Is that like the tail designation on your plane? Or something like that? Make a comic of Jeb halfway our stretch of the plastic shovel trying to get... Yeah, actually, it doesn't count. Crazed. He's my brother. He's gonna order a pizza for me. So he is technically donating a pizza. Because there is no quick saving in space. But Baconella. There is quick saving in the simulator. And it all comes down to whether or not you're saying that you're trying to simulate something or not. Yeah, Brain Fried is definitely the bigger. He was the athletic guy. I was the guy that was in band and did science stuff and computer stuff. Uh-oh. We have a bit of a thing coming in here. You can see my awesome atmospheric trajectory mod telling me where I'm going to hit the surface. Kerbal doesn't think, Kerbal Space Program thinks that we're going to stay in orbit because it doesn't model the atmospheric slowdown, the atmospheric drag. But this awesome mod, Trajectory, scroll down, it's in the mod list. The Trajectory mod will show me not only how the atmosphere is going to affect my trajectory, but where I'm going to hit on the planet. The planet is actually going to rotate under me, and I'm going to hit that X even though it looks like the trajectory hits right there. Let's go watch this guy. I have a feeling we're beginning our aero break. So much for them solar panels, yo! Quick, save them! Save the solar... I can't even click on them. Retract! Retract solar panels! That's extend. No! No! Get them! Retract panels! We should totally put the dish out. Do you think the dish... Here, we'll collect a sample of fire. A cup full of fire here. That... seems legit. Well, here we're getting some atmospheric samples from Kerbal. That's awesome. Here we are re-entering. Oh no, don't you be doing to me that way, girly. There we go. So it looks like I got the right click bug. I've caught a great case of the right clicks. We have a problem. My stream is deeply impacting my ability to complete your homework. Yeah, extract the air brakes. It's like an old freaking, oh my gosh, the SU dive bomber things. What were they? Oh. The air raid sirens on the dive bombs. Bacon 123. Wait, 1325. Welcome to Kerbal Boot Camp. We're coming back home. Collecting some samples via this dish. Honestly, that could be a real-world science experiment. You could go out there and you could observe the surface of the dish to see how the re-entry impacted it. You could try and scrape some samples off of it and see if there's anything not native to Earth. I mean, you could totally do that. You could fly it through a dust storm on Duna and then scrape the dust off the front of it. Maybe not so great for comms if it's covered in Duna dust, but, you know, whatever. It's, that part doesn't come off. The solar panels would not have happened, but that part definitely survived. How we doing? Oh yeah, by the way, I need to get rid of that part. I don't need the bottom. Let's get some separation between the two. Well now, if you ever need to get some distance on another craft, rotation, centripetal acceleration, angular momentum is your friend. I actually have a base that deploys that way. It spins up and then it hits a button and it throws all the modules of the base off at the last second and then the chutes pop. And you have like a prepackaged base for Duna or Lathe that you spread out just by hitting a button. You spin up the craft, then you hit a button and the centripetal acceleration, angular momentum throws the parts out enough that they spread out into a cool little base. I better pop the chute, huh? That chute. Oh, real shoots! Don't be my demise, real shoots. Okay, whew. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, fighting. It was trying to keep me straight. There we go. Jeb has made it home safely. We should have looked at his thermometer when he was re-entering. I'm going to put a thermometer on the bottom of the next craft and we'll look at it when he's re-entering. Sploosh! Send out the Kitty Hawk or whatever recover the Kerbal Hawk. Whatever recovers this. Let's see the wind up in the base. Lignoba, I need to find it. I'm strictly keyboard DSM. Also, DSM, dude, thank you again so much. DSM sent me a donation last night when I was streaming. He's one of the reasons I had to continue streaming for so long. But dude, DSM, I totally appreciate the donation from SG. I will give you another shout out. So, welcome. I don't use a controller joystick. I just have the keyboard is all that I use. It's because I don't do as many planes. I do, if I did a lot more planes, I would really want a joystick for that. What? Stuka! Thank you! Stuka! Chalkhouse! Stuka! Yes! With the air raid sirens. Jeb is good. Guys, we need to land. We totally need to land. And we actually have. We have a we're well on our way to landing, right? Because look at that craft that we've been working on. This ain't it. Where did it go? The Boot Mooner Flyby Mark 1. This is the Mooner Flyby Mark 1 complete with antenna surface sample selector. Ah, yes. We can actually change this craft right here into a lander, y'all. We can change this into a lander because we have the Delta V for it. So let's do that. So we just got a landing. We had a landing event. Apparently our low flyby pass was a little bit lower than we had anticipated. And we landed. We just didn't survive the landing. We made landfall. We fell to the land. This craft is going to do it for us. We can land with this craft. What is my recording time? What is my recording time? What do you mean? Oh, yes. The Royd. Oh, yeah, we'll do that later. Oh, Fukuda as well. How late can you keep me up tonight? Both Fukuda and DSM donated last night, which I totally appreciate. Watching me beat that asteroid. We'll do that during free play afterwards. My recording time so far, I started at about 5 p.m., so I've been going for about 5 hours maybe? No, but we didn't actually start the boot camp until 6 p.m., so we've been doing boot camp for 4 hours, basically. Let's make this into a lander, y'all. The only thing we need for a lander is landing gear. We've already got every other component of this. So I'm just going to take my little flyby pod, and I'm going to grab some of these landing struts. Put them on, 4x symmetry. That looks good. Let's actually take this off. And let's... This actually looks like an old 50s spaceship, which I like. That is way too much. Let's tuck it in. I don't want my center mass to be that high. Could I land it with 3? Yeah, I could land it with 3. I could totally land that with 3. We can get this landing. And then I will come back. That's fine. I will come back and I will talk about some other lander concepts, okay? So let's go for the landing mission first, and then we'll come back and we'll build a bigger lander. I did promise a bigger rocket than this. We're keeping it simple. I think everyone should keep it simple. HVAC engineer, we were killed by bugs. We were killed by freaking claw bugs and X64 bugs last night. We kept running into bugs with the asteroid where the asteroid would become fixed in space, or some part would become fixed in space, and we couldn't deorbit it. I have a new design. I have the save. I'm going to get it. But we did not get it last night. So let's see here. That, and that. Then we do that. Was there anything else that I needed to fix on this craft? I mean, it was a little annoying that those things weren't exactly... I did kind of want their pod to be exactly... Will that make them go straight up exactly? Probably. Let's see here. Anything else? Was there anything else that I needed? Do I action group the panels? Yes, Cybertech. Let's do that. Let's definitely do that. I also need some way to get up and down the craft, namely a ladder. You don't really need it on the moon because you can moon jump it. But let's toss a ladder on there. Right like that. Extend ladder. I don't like going straight up like that. I actually like to have it out just a little bit. So I'm going to do this. Nuh-eh. And I'm holding down shift and I'm pressing the S key. Like that. That looks like a good lander, except it has 2 ladders on it. That's kind of dumb. Now it has 3 ladders on it. That's even worse. And lights. I definitely love to put lights on the lander. We're going to build a lot more complicated lander than this guy, so don't be disappointed. Let's get this thing on the moon, then we're going to come back here. We'll build a freaking big Buku multi-stage lander for Kerbal Boot Camp, just because I appreciate everybody hanging out for so long. So, lights. I always put 2 lights on my craft. I put a spotlight, pointed down, of course, and I put a floodlight. I'll actually put this floodlight up higher, maybe. And that looks pretty good right there. Those parts, they're almost completely massless. I don't worry about how they affect the center mass, but I did put them on radially symmetric. See, one's on one side, one's kind of on the other side. This would actually go right here, I think. Alright? Yeah, so why do I put 2 on there? The floodlight is my work area light. It helps me kind of see what's going on. The spotlight helps me acquire the ground if it's dark underneath me. The spotlight has a really long throw. It can shine for a very long distance. So that is totally awesome. Did I take the RCS out of there? Yes, I did. And I think we're good to go. I think we're totally good to go here. This will be the Moot Lunar Lander Mod Mark 1. Save it. We can get this to the moon. Let's talk about the landing. What else did I miss? Fly this one to the moon. What is this? I'll definitely fly stuff here in free play. What do we got? I can't even see it. The Dragoon Mark II Mooncraft. Give me a picture of it. I'll fly it during free play, Luis. Let's see here. How did that huge ship thing go after you docked it last night? Oh. Let me get on my transfer, then I'll go back here and add the basic one. Oh, okay. I'll buy that. That's not a bad thing to do, actually. Add to this. And we'll just put like a basic solar panel right like that. That's backup power generation is not a bad idea. Or a hidden RTG or something like that. Let us take this to space. Save. Launch. Y'all all know what's going to happen here. Oh, I totally need another Dr. Pepper. Let me get this thing on its way to the moon. And then I will come back. We know what to do. Panel lock. Throttle up. SAS engaged. You press the T key. You click up there. You hold down the shift until that goes all the way to the top. Jeb's in the can. It's time to go. 3, 2, 1, space. Same thing. Checkpoints. 5,000 meters. 150, 160 meters per second. 10,000 meters, 260 meters per second. Gravity turn. Yes, yes, yes. At 10,000, 245 degrees. Till we get a 50k apoapse. Again, I know, everyone, these launch profiles that I'm using, they are not the most efficient launch profiles. There are more efficient launch profiles that you can have. However, I use these numbers because they're really easy to remember, right? I don't want to sit here and argue with people that are new about exactly, oh, well, you could be 10 meters per second more efficient if you da-da-da-da. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I don't want to be the most accurate. I don't want to be the most awesome, etc., etc. I want to stick to simple things that you can remember, right? Because it's easy. Look, right here, 5,000 meters, 150 to 160 on the clock. Perfect, we were like 155. 10,000 meters, 260. You can make a note card. I need to make a Kerbal Space Academy cheat sheet that you just print out, and it has all these things that I repeat so often. Again, they're not the most efficient launch profiles. I will not tell anybody that they are, but they are launch profiles that somebody who's new to KSP can remember and perform every single time. And if you perform them, if you've got the numbers right, time for a gravity turn, if you've got the numbers right and you perform them the way I say, you will be able to go to space. So, again, I'm doing the gravity turn here. I'm taking off, I'm jumping off the moving sidewalk, just like we always say. 45 degrees until this reaches 50. And now we're up to 30. Continuing to burn here. Loving this stage because I think it died just as we got to 50. And there's 47, alright, there's 50. It's because we added landing legs. Again, there's 50. Switch to orbital view. Point towards your orbital prograde. Like that, and just fly her on home. Just keep burning until this number right here says 80. Giving ourselves some headroom for the lunar burn. 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. There we go. Remember, we're still in the atmosphere, so we're going to lose a little bit. I'll put it like 8250. Close enough. Come on out here. Find your apoapse. Click on set apoapse. Click add maneuver. Drag the greeny thingy till you get a periapse, then watch for the flip. I've done this more than once tonight. I am drilling it into your heads. I am not ashamed of that. Fix it so the apoapse. Use your radial in to fix it so the apoapse. That's the easiest way to do it. There are other more efficient ways to do it, but that's the easiest way. Wait for the flip. There's the flip. 83 by 80. Bring it back a little bit. There we go. 80 by 79. I'll take it. Good enough for Kerbal work. 53 second burn. Round it up to 54. Half of 54 is 25 plus 2. That would be 27. And that's in T-minus 27 seconds. We're going to do the burn. Again, I know I'm doing the same thing over and over again, but this is boot camp. I want people to learn this because it's so easy to do. Let's go ahead and launch it. Fire up the motor. This stage is actually got more delta V than we needed. We're good to go with this stage. So this stage is not going to die before we end. Remember, we fixed that problem before. And here we come, our kicker stage, doing our orbital insertion. Just about 20 seconds from being done with that. Pizza is Oscar Mike. Pizza's Oscar Mike! Dude, brain fight. You're freaking awesome. You are a good brother. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Don't record that and try to play it back to me later. That was interesting. Why didn't that quite give us an orbit? It needs more. Needs more prograde. Periapse is 71 versus 82. Meh, that's close enough. I can fix it. I can actually, if that's too high and I need that to go up, I need to make it a little bit more first. 72. That's 82. I can actually burn down. Just tweaking my orbit here. I will explain these in Kerbal Space Academy sessions. I'm just using knowledge of orbital mechanics to circularize my orbit. Burning straight down, not very efficient, but it is going to make my apoapse my current height, and then I can burn prograde again. like this to increase my periaps. Basically, you can only circularize if you're burning at your apoaps. That's the moral of what you just saw. And now, 79 and 80. That's a pretty darn circular orbit. Good enough. If the number is plus or minus 1 or 2, that's what I do. Let's turn off the trajectory mod. We will turn it back on. Again, my must-have mods are down in my channel description. Who knows how to go to the moon? Anybody remember? Number 1, find the moon. Number 2, click on the moon, set its target, put it at Kerbal's horizon, right like that. Put a node right here. The goal is to see the moon through the node, right like that. That's all it is. It's so freaking easy. And then grab that thing and give me 860 meters per second on the clock. Thoop. That's 880. Thoop. 866. Look at that. We got the lunar encounter. I'm going to do something a little bit different, honestly, here. Let's have a look. Can I hit the moon? I would like to hit the moon, please. Please let me crash into the moon. Yes. So, because we're just going straight for the moon, should I do this? F5 save. Let me show you one of the simplest ways to land on the moon, y'all. See what I've done here. Let's see here. We put the moon in the node, right? We put about 860 on the clock. But look at that, there's no periaps on the moon. Let's hit tab to go out and focus on the moon and see what's going on. There's no periaps. You can see that my orbit goes directly through the moon. That means that I'm going to impact the moon. That means I'm going to hit it. I'm not going to orbit it. I'm not going to do a slingshot. I'm not going to do a free return. I am actually going to hit it. Apollo would have never done it this way. Because if something goes wrong, say with, I don't know, Apollo 13, if something had gone wrong and their orbital burn was a moon impacting trajectory, you're basically SOL. There's no free return, which is what they used. You would not want to do this. However, because I'm going to build a bigger ship and I'll do a more complicated lunar approach next, I am going to go for the direct lunar approach, which is a lunar impacting mission. The cool thing about this is that it lowers the number of variables that I have to deal with. Instead of having to go into orbit, then burn to get into orbit, and then slow down, and then figure out how I'm going to land, I'm just going to freaking go straight at the moon. And when I get to the moon, I'm basically going to point my engine at the moon and be like, dude, moon, I love you, but I don't want to be a part of you. Slow down and try to come to a landing. It will be a pretty simple landing. We will do a more complex landing next when we make the actual lander to do it. But that is 856 meters per second. Let's go get it done. That's going to be 24 minutes, a 26-second burn. We're going to have the same problem we had last time, where we've only got 137 meters per second in the tank, 4.2 seconds. That ain't 856, that's for sure. And there's that. There is that. 24. Let me get the burn going, then I'll check the chat. I do try to remember to check the chat, because I can see the chat scrolling on the side behind, like I see a little sliver of it. But since I only have one monitor, I can't read what's going on. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. It's like Benny Hill music. I almost wish that there was a mod that would fast forward the music in Kerbal Space Program whenever you time warped. Wouldn't that be cool? There we go. 13 seconds is when I'm going to do the burn. 14, 13. Light it up. Let's do that burn. Again, we're just bending our orbit out to the moon. To the craft, please. We're burning prograde. Burning prograde. Oops. Stages us. I knew that. Burning prograde increases our apoaps. Increases the energy in our orbit. It means that we miss Kerbin even more. It curves away at less than the rate that we're missing it. And I'm just going to continue on that burn. Snuggly Squid, you're exactly right. A base on the a base on the ground is pretty much the same as a space station, except it needs to be able to sit on the moon. Oh, Luis, did you link your thing? I need to grab that, actually. That's freaking awesome. Thank you. Let's make our lunar impact. Let's actually go look at the lunar impact by focusing on the moon. Can I do it? Focus view. Which way am I coming in? I'm coming in... Oh, wow, I'm coming almost straight down to the moon. That's great. So, wait, where is the... Can't even see it. Okay, I'm coming in on the orange line, so I need to give it a little bit more. There we go. Now I'm coming straight down to the moon. Do not be fooled by its commonplace appearance. We're not going to be landing in that crater. Anybody get that reference? Is anyone old enough to get that reference? Will not break! Will not break! It broke. Don't be fooled. We're not going to hit that crater because the moon, as it turns out, rotates. Oh, actually, we'll come pretty darn close to hitting that crater because we're tightly locked. We're actually going to come pretty close to that crater, aren't we? Yeah, never mind. I'm an idiot. 2050 Delta V on the clock. That seems like less for some reason. That's okay. I've got that. I'm actually going to drain these tanks and just put it into here. And we are well on our way to the moon. I'm going to time accelerate. There we go. Let's set an alarm clock. Add it. I love alarm clock. It keeps me... This one is actually a sphere of influence change. It automatically notices that the next thing of interest on your trajectory, on your orbit, is going to be an SOI change. And so it says, hey, I see you've got an SOI change. Would you like me to set an alarm for that? Yes. Why, thank you, Kerbal Alarm Clock. That's awesome. And now when I time warp, I won't actually time warp past the moon. Let's go back to map view. Let's go ahead and time warp. Actually, we can time warp in normal view. Let's just watch the moon come on out. And let me check the chat to see what's going on. Oh my gosh. There's the Pizza Oscar Mike. Good deal. T-minus 45 minutes. Are they going to call you? Nice. Zog, I have an old school Turtle Beach Xbox headset. I think it's an X31. It doesn't say on here anywhere. But I've had this thing for freaking 7 years or something like that. And it used to be my Xbox headset for listening to Xbox. That's why I have this. It's a wireless headset with batteries, but it also has a wired mic, because this would normally plug into the Xbox controller. Right? HVAC engineer Brain Fried is the best brother Das has. You are absolutely correct. He is the best brother I have. He's also the only brother I have. Yeah, T-Game. You're correct. Caboose, do you have a question? Did you have a question? Luis Paliotto, I love that orbital mechanics thing. Let me grab it right quick. I'm going to save that image if you don't mind and put it on the desktop. I think you made that. And then I'll import it in so I can show it in the game, so we can show it on the stream, dude. Actually, if you want to give me a version that says, like, bye, Luis, or something, I think you said you made that. If you want to give me a version that has accreditation in it or whatever, go for it, man. We are definitely going to need to be careful about the litho break, yes. Chat, where would I find the 860 number? Is that a mod screen? Somebody give him the link. The cheat sheet. There you go. HVAC engineer. You're awesome, man. Thanks for the cheat sheet there. 860, the windows in the mod. Shows up to the right of the nav ball. Oh, the 860 number. Okay, so Craze, let me make sure I answer that all the way. Are we going to the moon? Yes, the moon's getting bigger. That's apparently a moon. Stock, Crazed, you get the 860 down here. When you put a node on, let me answer your question completely and fully. There I am. Focus on the craft, please. P. No, I don't have a node. Okay. When I put down a maneuver, I actually get that number stock. This here and this maneuver node is dead stock. All right. So you can do your 860 just looking right there. Dead stock. You don't need anything. For this precise node things that come up, you don't have to worry about that. So dead stock, you can get that 860. If you're asking why I knew it was 860, it's because I'm Das Valdez and I teach Kerbal Space Academy. Not just kidding. It's because we looked at the subway chart that they linked to you. It says that it's about 860 to get a lunar intercept. And these numbers over here in Flight Engineer, that's Kerbal Engineer. Scroll down, download Kerbal Engineer Redux. Hotshots. I don't even know how to say that word. I don't even care. Scroll down, install that mod, man. It's so useful, not only for flying rockets, building rockets, but helping you learn how the game's working. The numbers that are going on with all the simulation that happens with everything, this really helps you out a lot. So, I hope that answered all the possible questions that you had there. Back to getting caught up. Kerbal Engineer, yep. Precise node, yep. Confused until the last part. I totally missed that. It's from Aladdin. Ah, yeah. It's from Aladdin. T-Game. You got it, man. It is definitely from Aladdin. Making sure all the docking ports will line up. Yeah, you got that, Snuggly Squid. That is correct. It's the shopkeeper. Yep, you totally got it. Half-Life 3 confirmed. My question was, DOS, does the KSP music... Okay, thanks, Caboose. Terraria? I don't know Terraria. Maybe? I don't know. Fukuda, that's no moon. Wait, what came first? Me saying it on the stream or Fukuda typing it into chat? Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Question, I have a spaceship consisting of mini FTL 800 bashed together in parallel staging. I want to be able to travel anywhere, Moon or Ilu, and back to Kerbal. We could look at that. Probably the LTV 45s. I would guess. That looks like alarm clock. Oh no, not quite. You want to travel anywhere? But they're all drop tanks? Melify, I can't answer that off the top of my head. I would think that the nuclear engine would be best for something like that. But, Aerospike or LVT-45, I'm not sure that you'd be able to do that. Huh, parallel staging. During some free play, I would totally try to answer that question for you. I would definitely try some things out and see. In fact, if you remind me, I will do a free play session where I'll try to figure that out for you. I don't want to interrupt the boot camp and the moon landing, but I will try to I'll try to do that for you sometime, Melify. If you can catch me during a free play session and remind me, I will play around with it. Aerospike has lower thrust to weight. The LTV2 is more efficient, but has the Aerospikes also don't have gimbals on them. Less efficiency, but more thrust to weight. Wouldn't that depend on the size of the craft, Luis? Because in and of itself, the Aerospike may have more thrust to weight, but the size of the craft, like what he's pushing, you may get more or less from the efficiency. I would have to play around with it. I'd have to put the two engines on there and see. Are we hitting the moon yet? What's going on here? Did I just... That's confusing. What the heck just happened? I didn't time warp through the moon? Oh, I think the moon is going to run into us from behind. Is that what's going to happen? The moon is going to run into us from behind? Certainly not. But that really looks like what's going to happen. Moon escape. Or did I fast forward through the node? No, Kerbal Alarm Clock should have kept me from fast forwarding through the node. I was totally reading in the chat. Let's see what's going to happen. I actually am not sure what's going to happen here. Okay, there we go. It was just inconsistencies. It hadn't recalculated the trajectory yet. Whew. Alright, the moon did rotate out from under us. Because the moon is apparently running into us. That's awesome. The moon is going to run into us from behind. Look at this, y'all. Basically, the moon is going to hit us in the tail. So all we really have to do is point this rocket retro. We just have to... Look, we're going almost straight towards the moon, which is awesome. You'll see in my next... I better quick save right freaking now. I tell you that much. Like, give me 20 quick saves. One of the variables you have to control when you're landing on the moon, you've got two variables, right? You've got your horizontal velocity across the surface of the moon. You've got your vertical velocity heading down towards the surface of the moon. What I've done here, I basically only have vertical velocity. Look, Kerbal Engineer will tell us. My vertical speed is negative 358. I'm falling at negative 358, and I'm only going to be going faster than that. My horizontal speed, however, is only 15 meters per second. Look, I can make it less, actually. See how, remember how I push my green balls around when I do the, jeez. When I do the rendezvous and docking, I'm always burning off to the side of the green X to try and push it in a certain direction. If I can get that green X directly on the white thingy, that means I'm falling straight down. I can do that. Watch, I'm just going to point in this direction. Because, see, look, I'm making a straight line. White ball, green X, me. My heading. And if I burn a little bit, watch, this horizontal speed is going to go down. That horizontal speed is apparently going up. Did I overshoot it? I did. I overshot it. Apparently, we're so far out, I can't make it go down. I need to get closer before I can kill off that horizontal speed. We should be fine, though. So, the important thing is we're going to be going faster and faster towards the moon. Let's see here. Ooh. Will you name your craft Moon 2 Electric Boogaloo? I'm doing all boot named, but Wolfman, I will get some part of that into the name of the next craft. I will totally do that. Yeah, you're exactly right, Melify. When we do docking and rendezvous and that sort of stuff, I go over that in detail. It's not as useful for landing on the moon. Let's go straight down towards the moon. I am getting pulled towards the moon. Apparently the moon has a gravitational tractor beam on me. A gravity harness. If you read any Ben Bova. A gravity harness is pulling me towards the moon here. Which would be artificial gravity. Whoa, Solo. I agree with everybody. But if you want to learn to dock, you got to learn to push green balls. Welcome to boot camp, y'all. Watch what I'm going to do here. I cannot wait until the last second. I'm moving at 0.5 kilometer per second. I cannot wait until I'm 15 kilometers up in order to start this burn. I am, when I cross over 20 kilometers, going to start this. Now, when I cross 30 kilometers, I'm going to start this burn. Because we're going to be going even faster when we get down to the moon. I'm going to F5 it right here. Let's see. I am just going straight down to the moon. Yes, that is a whole different story. We will not be able to get a craft that can take off from Eve. Just so you know. We're coming on down to the moon. That moon is going to come up faster and faster. We're accelerating. The moon is accelerating us at the moon's gravity meters per second. We're going 0.5 kilometer per second. I don't think we're going to miss the moon. I think it's going to be very difficult for us to miss the moon, honestly. Now we're going 0.6 kilometers per second. We're going to be going like 0.7 or 0.8 kilometers per second. Let me see if I can't kill off that horizontal velocity now. Horizontal speed, 3 meters per second. Let me see if I can burn over and kill it. 3.8, 7, 6, 5. Yes, this is what I want. I want to go straight down. 2. Again, I'm just burning off to the side of this. Trying to 1. And that's about as close as we're going to get. 1 meter per second. I think I get a little bit more. I'm not at 20 yet, am I? This is like a suicide lunar landing. Where's my horizontal speed? Ah! Negative 642 millimeters per second. So we should be good to go there. Oh no, 1.2 meters per second. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah. 1.1, 1.0 millimeters per second. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, that's pretty good. If I'm moving at 300 millimeters per second, look, we're going basically straight down. And again, I'm just flying towards the moon. How am I on electric charge? I'm good. It's like space camp. The first thing that I do is I shoot. Oh, brain fried with the turbo icon. Nice. Ions are never a good choice. Let's see here. But they are correct for the things that you said. I think when I get to like 50, I'm going to start slowing down. Look at that. We're going 680. Profiler, pay attention. Hope you're back from your dip run. I think when I get to 50, look, I'm going 0.7 kilometers per second. Alright, here's 50. Look at that. We are going down towards the moon, but I am going to burn, and let's bleed off some of the speed right freaking now. I don't want to bleed off too much. I'm going to take it down to about 200, but I want to make it manageable, right? I am just trying to slow down. Because we're still clocking at 0.5 kilometer per second. And I do not want to get so close to the moon going that fast. So I'm just going to go ahead and burn until I'm at 200. This is not the most efficient way to do it, but we are going to get on the moon. There we go. Now watch what happens, right? Why is this not efficient? This is not efficient. I just slowed myself way down, but the moon has me in its gravitational pull. It's pulling me. Look, it's accelerating me right back up. That delta V that I just spent to slow myself down, the moon is putting it right back. I'm giving the moon more time to act on me in terms of its gravity. The more time, because remember, gravitational acceleration is meters per second, right? Meters per second squared. And the more seconds I give the moon to gravitize me, to pull on me, the more total acceleration the moon is going to give me. The most efficient way to do this would be to burn at the last possible second. It's called a suicide burn. It's not safe. It's not safe. But it's really impressive when you pull it off. But the suicide burn means I go fast, straight at the moon, and at the last possible second, giving my thrust to weight and my engines and my burn time, I start to burn to kill off my velocity such that I come to 0 meters per second the instant I hit the moon. Really tough to do, takes a lot of math, but we are not trying to do that. We're doing things a little bit less efficiently, and I probably could have done that burn at like 25 instead of 50. I wanted to be safe. I didn't want to go impacting the moon. A deep impactor on the moon is the first sort of deal here. So, physics. Yeah, that does... No, that's all good. We just added landing legs, and we are going to build a much more complicated craft. Where am I at? 18, going 0.3 kilometers per second. That's okay. I am going to bleed this off when I am at 10. I'm going to start burning, and I'm going to take this down to about 100 at 10. Again, not efficient, but if this is your first time, this is a way that you can get it done. So there's 12. Let's go ahead and bleed off down to 100 at 10. Also, I'm going to the side a little bit. Again, see, I'm just trying to push that ball towards... There we go, so that the ball is straight up, because that means I'm going straight down. That's one less variable for me to deal with. And I slowed down way too much, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and do that. 765. What's my radar altitude? 18 meters. That's fine. Now let's find our shadow. Where's our shadow? Not there yet. Let's slow down. I only want to be going 50 meters per second now that we're here. 5,000 meters, 50 meters per second. Do I have my shadow yet? We're definitely coming down pretty fast. Let's go ahead and slow down to 20. Still not seeing the shadow. Maybe we'll turn the lights on. Here we go. Don't go to the side. That's too much thrust. So here's another thing. Remember what I told you about thrust to weight? Check out my thrust to weight. Same story on the moon. There's my shadow. If I give it too much thrust to weight, Kerbal Engineer will help me. 1.19. Let's slow down more than that. If this thrust to weight is greater than 1, I'm actually going to fly away from the moon. The moon's gravity ain't got nothing on me. What I want that to be right around the... Oh, see? I took it over 1. Just don't panic if that happens. Dink! I didn't ever action group those things like y'all told me to, did you? Dang it. I'm an idiot. Welcome to the moon. Population, us. Welcome to the moon. Population, us. Anybody got that reference? That's a little bit more obscure, because certainly that's not the only place that's ever been said. There's our lights. Let's turn off the spotlight. We have our solar towers. Looks like something Dyson would invent. Here's Jeb. Jeb's on the moon. Jeb, get out. Come on down. I know I went through that really fast. The important thing was that is the fastest way to get to the moon. It means that I didn't have to worry about my horizontal velocity. I just needed to worry about my vertical velocity. And all I had to do was start burning soon enough such that I didn't hit the moon. That's all that it was. You can totally give that a try. Try to get that green X right on the top of the nav ball, the little dot at the top. And if you do that, then you should be able to land on the moon as long as you have enough fuel. What else do we have there? Yes! Welcome to the moon. There are some other ways that we could have done that. We could have calculated it. I wasn't going to go through all the calculations. I want to get back and I want to do a proper moon landing. I hit the moon very softly, yes. I want to do a proper moon landing where we actually go into orbit and we go down and we land on the moon and then we come back up and then we go back home. I will do that. We'll do a more complicated mooner lander. So, site name. Mooner boot. Wow. Mooner bot. Munare. Lunar boot landing. 1. Plaque text. Maggots. There we go. There's Jeb. He could do surface samples. He could freaking totally make photo ops, RCS, fly around, cause trouble. Oof. Yes. Stand on the... Okay, that was great, Jeb. Thank you. Everybody knows in Kerbal Space Program, you've got to do the whole check me out on my lander sort of deal. Again, don't do me that way, Jeb. Such a D-bag. Screet. Way to go, Jeb. Jeez. Alright, whatever. We'll leave that there as testament to our passing. Didn't need both those anyways. There we go. Screw those panels. Flying Jeb chop sort of deal. Everything is nominal. Continue mission. Jeb was here. Ah, yes, with nothing but his EVA. Yes, CNC Master, we did an entire stream on that last time. Littering and... I get the reference. So awesome. So, Jeb now needs to, having come here and made his mark on the moon, get home. What did we talk about getting home last time, right? We needed to find the moon, look at the moon's orbit. We know it's orbiting in this direction. This is prograde. That's retrograde going that way. I need to eject myself from the moon. This way is the best thing. Not this way. We could also do it this way, but this way is the best way to eject. I think. I don't know. I just made that up. What does that mean? That means that down here... Oh, is there like a Kerbal rise right now? That would be awesome. I bet you can't see it. A Kerbal rise? I don't know. Maybe he can. Just get your bearings, right? You don't need to have anything fancy. Look, I need to take off to the moon going this direction, right? Because remember, I want to draw something that looks like this and goes off that way. I basically, in this situation, because of where we are on the moon, I can look at Kerbin and say, wow, Kerbin is in the direction that I need to burn. So when I take off, burn towards Kerbin and circularize my, or not circularize, tweak my orbit back around that way so that I eject myself from the moon like this. So, let's go to the craft. Can we see Kerbin from here? Ah! That's so freaking cool. I didn't plan that. That is so cool. Basically, look, the map view shows Kerbin that way. We need to take off and go this way to get home. Remember, exiting retrograde. Kerbin is a great freaking marker in this instance. It's not always going to work out this way. So we can actually... Geez, that is like a freaking... Oh my gosh, that's so cool. That we... I mean, we didn't plan where we landed. We just hit the moon, right? And Kerbin is right freaking there. So what we're going to do, we're going to take off and go towards Kerbin. I believe it's going to be 90 degrees. I'm not sure. It may be 270. Let's find out. Let's just know that we need to go... Yeah, photo op, actually. This is seriously a photo op. And Jeb's solar panel. That's actually the... That's the refractor. I should have him go kick it over level so that we can shoot lasers at it. And we can see if Jeb actually landed on the moon. He's like, dude, I totally left a solar panel there. The reflector, actually. But we are going to burn towards Kerbin. It will not always work out this way. Again, what I'm doing, Kerbin is that way. I need to take off and go this way. Exit the moon going that way. Kerbin just so happens to be in the perfect position to serve as our guiding light. And let us see if we can go home. What am I at? 912 meters per second delta V. We should be good. F5 here on the moon. 3, 2, 1. Towards Kerbin. 90 degrees? Yes, 90 degrees right there is sending us back home. That is so cool. Wait, no, retract. There you go. Retract ladder. Roll dorsal. Look at that. Now, I'd love to fly it from here. Most of the velocity we need to get away from the moon is going to be horizontal. So, let's just burn towards the orbit here. Let's change this to orbital view. I just click on that to change it to orbit. Let's go here, and all we want to do is burn until we get home. So I'm just going to burn, burn, burn. And I'm going to burn, burn, burn. Maybe up a little bit more. All I'm doing, I want this to miss the moon and let me get away in that direction. That looks pretty good. Let's go on out here and put down a node and see what we've got. That isn't an escape. I'm just going to see what I need to put into it to make an escape. There we go. 297. How much do we have in the tank? 351. Are we home? Not quite. Let's see what we can do. Nope, we're still not home. That's also not going to do it. Jeez, I hope he has enough to get home here. Another 50 meters per second better do us. We'll get the lowest periaps we can. Let's just put all 350 in. We know we have 350. Let's put all 350 in. So that's not good. We need to burn later. Did I play around too much? I may have played around too much, y'all. What is that? Periaps 945. We may have to rescue Jeb. 951, 951. That's what we have. If we can't get... And that's the apoaps. We're coming in on the wrong side of the orbit. We need every single last bit of that to go retrograde. 952. 1 million. 948. Nope. I had it just about as good as it was, and Jeb is just a little bit short. He can get out and push. So what is that? 948? Yeah. I'll go ahead and do it here. I wonder if I could have done a little bit more efficiently. But I've got 11 seconds. I will do it in 3 minutes and 56 seconds. Let's see how close we can get. But because I did that wacky suicide burn instead of an actual real burn, I am not going to get a return. We'll have somebody meet Jeb on the moon, baby. In fact, maybe that's what we should do. Did I save on the surface of the moon? Does anybody know? We already know that this is not going to work, but Jeb can always get out and push. We'll do that just for fun. Half of that is 6. Alright, 9, 8. I am totally going to show you how to get Jeb home by pushing. So here we go, we're burning. I played around with the landing too much. I wasted too much of my Delta V with that weird suicide burn landing I did. Again, like I said, not the most efficient... Oh, why don't I just use all the fuel? Alright, excellent. Now, we don't want to push all this mass. That's our periaps. 958. Let's see if Jeb can get out and push. I'm just going to quick save right here. We'll get Jeb no matter what. And I am going to... Do we have a solar panel? Yes, we do. Let's go ahead and rotate such that we've got good panel. Let's go ahead and ditch this stage. That actually right there gave me a little bit more Delta V, right? It was at 948. Now it's 886. That's good. Jeb, because you played around, you have to get out and push.
Vader 98 entered your channel. Lobby on 91.3.
Holy shit.
Dude! Vader! Hang on a second. Just a second. Let me go to a different channel.
You switched to channel. Latest mod pack on 91.3.
Actually,
You switched to
I'm actually
channel.
streaming
Lobby
live
on
right now, Vader,
91.3.
so anything you say people can hear. Let me type you a message from another channel.
You switched to channel with hunters.
One of my old
on
people,
91.3.
my old World of Tanks buddies, just got onto TeamSpeak. Where's my pod, by the way? There it is.
Message received.
Just got onto TeamSpeak. And apparently, here we go. Let's get out and push. Oops. Also, the pizza's here. I need to go get the pizza, y'all. I'll be right back.
Vader 98 joined your channel with Punchers Unlimited on 91.3. Message received. PR0FI1 PR join PR0FI1 PR
Watch out.
join your channel
Watch out,
with
pro,
Punchers
he's
Unlimited
streaming.
on 91.3
Oh, yeah.
The Beach.
Here, I'm gonna send you his address.
PR0FI1 PR left Vader 98 was moved out of your channel by what to be the very best
having an awesome
on 91.3 The Beach.
Who has totally hooked us up? What was that, Jer? Oh, there we go. Okay, Profiler talked. Profiler, I'll explain it to him. Dude!
Message received.
This right here, y'all, is serious business. Actually, we're going to go full screen for this. Hang on a second. This is serious freaking business. I don't know if the green screen... Yeah, this green screen is all wacky. Let me fix it right quick. I got to do this justice. I totally got to do this justice. Select... Oh, no! It's a sheet behind me. This here... 80... No, that's not as good either. 80, 30... Alright, there we go. I don't care about the edges. Talk about having a good brother. Wait, where's the logo? There's the logo right there. I have a lot of Dr. Pepper now. I have a serious amount of Dr. Pepper. Dude, Profiler, Brain Fried, all the names you used. Thank you so much, dude, for sending that out. That was freaking awesome. Not gonna lie. I also have a delicious... Can I get this done? A delicious pizza here. It's not green screening the pizza. Actually, there's some green parts on the pizza. It's hot. It's delicious. Jeb needs a push. I'm totally gonna... Snuggly Squid, get out of my channel. Here, actually, timed out. Time out. How long can I time him out for? 10-minute ban? 24-hour ban? Permanent ban? Well, let me tell you about people who trash talk Dr. Pepper in my channel, Squid. Oh my gosh. Alright, so back to Jeb. Resume flight. Let me get Jeb a push in here. So. Alright, Jeb. Push. Push, Jeb. Push. And he is totally using his RCS pack to push our probe. I hope we're pushing it the right way. We were at 800. Now we're at 822. We're making progress. Push some more, Jeb. Pushing some more. Ah, yes. I totally want to eat some pizza, but I'm pushing a probe. I'm pushing a pod right now. It's almost like he needs to turn his SAS off. We were at 822.
PR
716.
Hey, switch the screen back.
Oh, dude, thanks, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm like talking. Everybody, tell me.
Unlimited on
Thanks, man.
91.3 The Beach.
All right, good idea. Thanks, Profiler.
FI1 PR left your channel and switched. Vader 98 left your channel and switched to I want to be the very best.
There we go. Continuing to push.
91.3.
How is he? We don't want to run out of EVA fuel completely. All right, he's not even halfway done. 668. Oof. I'm gonna like run out of EVA fuel if I'm not careful. All right. I need something heavy to put on the key. Because I'm totally trying to get a piece of pizza while I do this. I do that so often. That's, again, I only have one monitor. And so I can't see what the preview of I'm streaming. And that makes me do that quite often, where I have the wrong freaking screen up. When I go around, I'll eat a piece of... Actually, here we go. Dude, this is like a freaking meat lover's pizza. This is delicious. I think I can get him in by 0.5. They could have cut it a little bit better, not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. Don't be jealous. Don't act like you've never eaten a pizza and played video games before. Ain't gotta hate. Eek. Such waste. Whatever, we got plenty. Periaps is at 400. We've halved our periaps with one pushing session. And then make sure I'm still pointing straight. Prograde. And SAS on the pod will keep it from screwing up. Let me go check the chat right quick. You would be run out of... Yeah. You know, that's kind of what we have around here, but that's okay. You'll see the fireball. I always do that. Gosh. Thank you for telling me about the scene change. Scene change, scene change, da-da-da-da, scene change. Yeah, thanks, by the way. You can only see the overlarge head. You knew what was happening. I can't read that, by the way. Still full screen. Everybody, like, said that for, like, I don't even know how long I was doing it for. What's up, Vader? Vader's an old World of Tanks buddy. Oh, my gosh. The entire thing, Vader... That's right, Vader. You better damn well follow me. Thanks for the follow, dude. Welcome to Kerbal Boot Camp. We're learning to go to space. I also missed somebody? Did I miss somebody? Making it to the moon. Notification widgets. Iversman. I don't remember saying that. Iversman, a while back. If you're still here, thanks for the follow. I missed you. I feel bad. Was it when I was up getting a drink or something? Oh my gosh. Now we fixed it. Yeah, Profilers totally got the back. It's an opportunity to teach rendezvous. Yeah, we totally do that. Check fuel. Yep. Abuse of physics. There you go. At least 0.12. Yeah, we got it. Told him there we go. Yeah, we're good. All right, we're good. Now it should be good. Ritterick, I don't know if I disagree with you. EVA, Jeb is full up. Yes, he is. Jeb, let go and get your happy ass back out there and push this pod through the #1 Kerbal exploit, infinite EVA fuel. Oof. Now get to pushing. I'm just going to go ahead and move my mic up while I eat some pizza. I'm going to lean out of the camera. I don't care. I'm hungry. Needs more Benny Hill music, right? Mm-hmm. I can't really talk while I do this. Can't read chat either. I can't see the side of chat. Mm-hmm. Let's see where we are. 199. There we go. Pushing that pod some more. Eating some more pizza too. Isn't this great? I feel bad because I can't see the chat though. Actually, I don't need to see all of Jeb. A Valdezi back in the tanks game? Is that what's going on there? Aim for the crew and it's 900% easy. $91 viewers? I'm freaking eating a pizza on the camera.
Raider 98 joined your channel with Punchers Unlimited on 91.
The delay is so weird.
Yeah, the delay is definitely weird. Like if you hear me talking, But you don't see it on the stream because I have to broadcast up to Twitch, and then Twitch rebroadcasts it to everywhere else. Did I just run out of jet fuel? I just ran out of jetpack fuel, y'all. Because I'm eating pizza, reading the chat. I should have just kept flying Jeb.
Is there any way to change your avatar to Sandra Bullock or George Clooney?
Me? Or you?
Yeah, on your space thing.
Not that I know
just
of.
like the movie Gravity, right?
Not that I know of. Oh my gosh, Jeb can't get back on board. Too much pizza eating. You know, I wonder if I could, I should not have eaten the pizza. I totally shouldn't have eaten the pizza. And I can't turn the pod, can I? Nope, I can't turn the pod. Jeb is slowly but surely... Oh my gosh. You know, whenever we get up there, we'll probably hit the pod. I wonder if we would have a chance to catch it on the way by. We definitely need rendezvous. No, we're not doing rendezvous right now. I totally just ran. Yeah, exactly. Does he have a fire extinguisher? Totally eating too much pizza. No probe core. Luis, no probe core on the pod. Can't rotate it. I don't need to grab Jeb. You know what's gonna be awesome? Bleed off some of his air. Hey, I don't know where I last quick saved. We're not going to be anywhere near it by the time we get home, are we? Dang it, we're too far from home. That's so funny. Poor Jeb, he doesn't mind. He's happy. He's like, whatever, man, I'm still totally in space. I just want to see. I do have a quick save. Periapps. Oh! I think we're going to be too far away. Let's just see what happens. I can always go back to the quick save on the planet.
FI1 PR joined your channel with Punchers Unlimited on 91.
This will be interesting. I feel like we're going to be a long way away from the pod, though. SOI change. Alright. Let's just see how this turns out. Because we got down to 53 before I ran out of fuel. So Jeb is basically going to arrow. He's going to arrow circularize. What is going on here? He's 600 meters away. Dang it all. What are the chances that I'm going to impact that thing? Not very high, honestly. Doesn't matter, got pizza. I'm just
Okay, so I gotta know what happens when you fly too close to the sun.
Too close to the sun?
Do you burn up and all the fun stuff?
No. I mean, you can impact the sun and you'll die.
What?
But you don't burn up if you get too close to the sun. Yeah.
They need to fix that.
They need to fix that. The sun needs to have an atmosphere that has like a, you know, an unaerodynamic shape with his arms. I mean, this isn't going to work, look, right? Because, I need to get back home. Backspace goes to my current craft. But even with the trajectory overlay, we're going to have a bit... Look, we're not going to have very much of a capture whatsoever. I mean, Jeb could orbit the planet 100,000 times. Alright. Y'all wanted to see this. Squiggly Squid wants to see a rendezvous. Let me tell you what's going to happen here. We're going to make a new lander. We're going to launch a new lander. It's going to have one empty seat. Jeb's going to go in that empty seat. We're going to rendezvous with Jeb as he passes the planet on his next orbit. So he's going to go out there and he's going to come all the way back around. And we are going to launch and rendezvous with him. We will rescue him, we will continue on to the moon, and then we will land. How's that sound? My gut says that I should just revert, because I'm supposed to be focusing on the moon or lander sort of deal, right? But now I've got some pizza. I need to have some fun. I did promise we'd land on the moon. We landed on the moon. We did do a very good job of it. But let's go. I am going to go ahead and break him a little bit here. It's going to have one empty seat. Yeah, right. You want to level and music? I don't get that. I'll do it. I will get this done. This will be good. I should have just had him flap. Make him do what in his spacesuit? I like the cut of your jib. Welcome to Sky. I mean, if we didn't cover solving problems like this in Kerbal's boot camp, we wouldn't be covering Kerbal Space Program. So, Jeb, not clicking revert. I'm not even tempted. I'm going to the Space Center because I can totally save your bacon, buddy. Level. Oh, he packed a lunch. I hope he packed a catheter in his suit. Honestly. Let me eat some more pizza. I totally don't want this to get cold. In fact...
Was it hot and ready when you got it?
Yeah, it was nice and hot and ready, yeah. In fact, hey, before I build this, let's hang out and chat for a minute. If y'all give me like 5 minutes to eat some pizza, I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to do the, let's turn on the music. Like that. Music too loud? Let me know. Give me just 5 minutes here to eat some pizza, drink some Dr. Pepper. P. He could throw things away. He could rip off parts of his chute and throw them really hard. Really next to the right rendezvous window. Prepare to launch? You mean... Well, it's paused when I'm in the VAB, right? I'll just hang out here, y'all. Let me put the chat up. I mean, the chat's over there. The BRB screen, was that working correctly? Where's the BRB screen? It's working correctly. Apparently, window's not tall enough. Let me fix that. Y'all give me just a couple minutes to eat some pizza. I do appreciate. Like I said, not exactly the most professional streamer in the world.
Your channel and switch to Voldes's Postmortem Command Center on 91.3 The Beach.
There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna let him come back around.
I'm gonna go build me a rocket.
That's cool. I'm still here. I'm gonna talk in chat. I'll watch on chat. I'll talk on the mic. I'm gonna put my thing up a little bit. Let me know about the music volume, by the way, guys. Thanks again, Pro, for the pizza.
Oh, no problem, man. I can't even find my Steam. Steam.
His teeth are gonna be floating. Really? Dude, sword! That's freaking awesome what you just said, man. You built a heavy lifter? With how many engines firing? With the payload on it, 150 at 5K, you got your 1.7 in there? Dude, I'm actually gonna scroll up. 31 engine sword. Dude, that is so freaking cool that you got that done. Thank you for posting that in the chat. I totally like that. It's getting late. We've got some 8-bit. Kerbal burn up. They eat through photosynthesis. Well, I better. And like, Johnny 5, this is actually Chiptunes compilation. I get them from here. I'll release my secrets. I don't care. That's what we're listening to right now. This specific song is Aracom Beyond Fantasy. I need to get the thing where it actually puts up, you know, the song title and artist. I haven't got that set up yet.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind listening to some of that music while I'm driving.
The 8-bit music?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. It's cool music, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, maybe... So I've got this rocket, and I can definitely get it into space, get it into orbit, and it's definitely capable of reaching the moon. So, now I need to build a lander. Maybe you can tell me the requirements of this while I'm doing construction.
2 or 3,000 meters per second of delta V on the lander. Did you get the mods installed?
No, not yet. You want to talk me through that right now? Maybe there are a couple people in the stream who are actually needing to do the same thing.
Yeah, sure. That's good.
But I have, mine is on Steam, so I don't know if that's going to be a problem or be different.
Space Gerbil, I'm not worried about it. I am not worried about it. We will get Jeb rescued.
Vader98 joined your channel with Punchers Unlimited on 91.3.
Favorite sci-fi movie? I'm a big Firefly fan. I like Firefly. Space
Yes,
Western.
Firefly is good.
Awesome.
Okay, so I need to go, scroll down on your page. Kerbal Engineer Redux.
Mm-hmm. Clicky there.
Alright. Clicking there.
By the way, people are listening. If you have any questions about how to install these mods, that's what we're doing. I'll get Jeb. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Y'all want me to grab him with a claw?
Okay. 6.2.10.
No, you should get 1.0. There are
Wait,
2 links there in that channel.
Yep, public test release?
Yeah, public test release, Cybertech.
Okay, 1.0.9.
Mm-hmm. So
Alright,
go download
download.
that. Bronco for
Alright.
life, Spartan says, yeah. It's such a good movie.
Okay.
Jeb is a leaf on the wind. Movie, series. And so that'll download a zip file.
Okay.
Been installing mods for the past 30 minutes. Nice.
Kerbal Engineer.
Mm-hmm.
Opening. I've got parts, presets, and textures.
Okay.
Alright.
So, yeah, there you go. First team install. There, Caboose has it. So, you got to go to your Kerbal Space program folder, which Caboose just put in the chat. Program files x88 Steam apps common Kerbal Space program. You see that in the chat?
Yeah.
Okay. See
Message
monkey
received.
face program files.
Message received.
Vader sending me messages. Vader, where are you?
I'm a total noob at this.
For some PZ1C, I'm being summoned to come play the OPZ in World of Tanks. So much fun.
Message received.
I'll do it for you guys. We're getting into free play. I feel like we've done a really good job in Space Academy here, so we're gonna start having some fun. I'll even leave the 8-bit music going.
See program files?
Mm-hmm.
What? I
Oh,
can't
well.
read the chat. It disappeared on me.
Oh, C program files x86, Steam apps, common, Kerbal. You find it?
No.
Where are you at?
This PC, OSC, program files.
So program files x86.
For some reason I don't have that.
We'll just open up Steam and go to your Steam library,
Wait, here's another
like
program
Zach
file.
and Louis said. Yeah. Zach is probably on it.
Should be on 32, Caboose.
I'm gonna go do a drink real quick.
Okay, now I'm in the Steam folder.
Alright, well then it's Steam.
Yep.
I'm scrolling back up.
Steam apps?
No, it's, where is it? There it is. Steam Apps, Common, Kerbal Space Program.
Alright, there I am.
Alright, so in the Kerbal Space Program folder, you should see one that says Game Data.
Yep.
And if you open up Game Data...
Okay.
I'll actually open up mine so I can see. Game Data, there it is. You should have a folder in there called Engineer, right? In your zip file, do you see the folder called Engineer?
Yes I do.
Then you just drag the Engineer folder straight into this Game Data folder.
Wait, it's Kerbal Engineer, and then it's parts, presets, textures. So I just need to do
Kerbal
the
Engineer.
Kerbal
then.
Engineer?
Yeah, Kerbal Engineer. Mine is the older version, so it says Engineer.
Okay, I just drag it into Game Data.
Uh-huh. So that the path is Game Data / Kerbal Engineer. And then, yeah, like Zach just said, you should
Got it.
totally put a shortcut to that folder on the desktop so you can get to it really quick.
Okay, a shortcut to Kerbal Engineer, or...
Ritterick, jump off a cliff, man. No, a shortcut to your Game Data folder.
Okay.
And that way you can, Alright. More than half a pizza. Nobody should ever need to eat more than half a pizza.
Shortcut to Game Data on my desktop? I'm really bad at this if y'all hadn't noticed.
Yeah, or wherever. It's just some way that instead of going to it manually next time, you can just double click on that shortcut.
Okay.
That's all you gotta do.
Okay,
You
so
jump
that's
off
it?
cliffs. I wanted to make sure I was being precise, Ritterick. I didn't want to have to get him confused. It's really more for him than me. Alright. We should have just picked him up as he went around. We shouldn't have made him go all the way around, right? They're actually really
Okay.
insanely strong.
So, do I need the alarm clock and the nav ball and all of this?
Yeah, I mean, I would get all that stuff and install it just the way you did.
Okay.
So you should be good to go. So, I think I'm back. I am pretty sure I'm back. Am I back? Yeah, I'm back. Wow, that green screen. I don't even know how to fix that. I don't even care. Whatever. Some static. Not a professional any sort of deal. It's weird that the underside of my hat is like that. I normally don't get that. Let us build a rocket that will not only rescue Jeb. Green screen again. 8830, what the deuce? So, no, that makes it worse. Apparently the underside of my hat is the same. How does that look? That's good? Anything over here? Anything in the corner? Over here? Whatever, dude. Good enough. Let us see. Deleting system. Yes, thank you. Kappa HD. Way to miss the Kappa there, Mad Monster Gaming. Anything else? Alright, y'all. We'll leave the music playing. The music volume's good, I think, also. Let's make a new craft. It is going to need to land on the moon. It's going to need to rescue Jeb. It's just going to need a lot of Delta V to do all this together. Hot diggity dig dog. That looks good. I said I would make one using this pod. That's fine. Maybe I should have a separate lander. Ah, we'll just make this up as we go. If you have ideas for me, type it in the chat.
Left your channel and switch to Voldes's Postmortem Command Center on 91.3 The Beach.
Oh, profiler wouldn't have a channel. Huh. Yeah, whatever. These always look so terrible with this. In fact, this always looks so terrible. I'm gonna do something, another more different idea. It's gonna be annoying to build without the symmetry. No clipping. Make it a little different. Just something different. Mickey Mouse ears. Wait, what? Check SB email? Check an email from the front to the back of the chair. Every day. I go and check my email. What does he say?
PR0FI1.
Again, I check my email every day. I hope it is from a female. What does he say? It's old school. Look how cool that looks. How is this going to do us for the moon? And I will explain what I'm doing here. Kerbal Engineer. Everybody knows. We're going to put it on here like one of those things after you get anointed sort of deal. One symmetry. Excellent, Kerbal Engineer. Could I do it with these? I don't know if this is going to be enough thrust. Because that is a heavy freaking pod. What, 0.77. What are you on the moon? So out of atmosphere on the moon. Thrust to weight's okay. Wow, that could take off the moon with 2386. In fact, we could add a lot more fuel onto this for the moon. I like this music. So again, I'm just building a craft that's going to have like 4,000 or 5,000 Delta V. Maybe this thing. Just trying to do something a little bit different. 1702. That's because we don't have this tank feeding. Oh, we don't have any of the tanks feeding. We can fix that. So again, we know that we needed like 300 to land on the moon. We're also going to rescue Jeb. There we go. We got lots of stuff to do here with this craft. That's 4,000 Delta V with 3.06 on the moon. That's a lot. That's actually not that bad. But I couldn't fit one of these in the middle there, could I? And I'm trying to make it a little bit different. You know, it's always the same thing over and over again. More fuel, because I'm gonna like look for 2.0 thrust to weight on the moon, basically. So you're building a Kerbal cannon. Can I make a little UFO? I don't really, Can I make a little UFO? I can do that sometimes. Wow, what a email! Allie sister! Allie's sister! Undeleted! No! Alright. Let me go ahead and set this back to Kerbal so I know what's going on. 2.6. Alright, let's put the moon. Faraday suit for work. They don't even need a Faraday suit, do they? They just ground themselves out, I think. Can I put anything else? I don't really have anything to put in there. I really feel like I just need another one of those fuel tanks, and we're fine if we just do another one. 43 with 2.3. I don't really like how that looks. I want it to be compact. So remember, when I design the lander, I want it to be actually more compact than that even. I want it to have a low wheelbase, right? I've talked about it before in my lander design classes. My lander design sessions, not classes. And I want this thing to have a low center of gravity, right? So we're going to do that. I'm just doing things to try and keep it low. And then two of these things, they weigh less too, don't they? Here, we'll put circuit boards on the side. Yeah, okay. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. That's actually pretty cool looking, honestly. That claw is pretty big, isn't it? Yeah, the claw's pretty big. The line workers on helicopters don't need to ground themselves. Yeah, they clip themselves to the freaking line, don't they? Static clings on the front door. Dude. Trogdor! Can't sing this song. This is still a lot of Delta V. It's a lot of Delta V. But I really want more Delta V. I have an idea. Let's see here. I need to add these part weights up. Part weight 025, inconsequential. 1x symmetry. Activate. Part weight. What is that? That goes in the middle? Okay. There we go. 025 plus that one there is 2.25. Alright, so that's all I have. You guys want the claw. I'll give you the claw. Let's see here. This. Maybe this. We need a so let's get a claw. You'll see what's going on here. Y'all want me to use the claw to rescue Jeb, huh? Is that how it goes? This is gonna be fun. That's definitely lighter. Here. What was it? Multi-purpose craft. We like to design things once and use them multiple times. You think the game will crash? I don't think the game will crash. I don't know, we'll see. If that doesn't work, then we'll do it another way. If that doesn't work, if that crashes the game, we'll do it a different way. I'm gonna see, Luis. I've clawed a Kerbal before, and I haven't clawed a Kerbal before. I've never run into the crash, but I have heard that it crashes. So, let's see what we got here. Oh yes, I needed to save that. I needed to go to a different... Yeah, here's what we're doing. That's boring, Luis. Let me see. So this section. If it doesn't work, I mean, we'll rescue him, but if the claw crashes the game, we'll definitely have a backup plan. Because I do trust you. But I want to try and claw him. It's utility. Nope, not there. Awesome. Maybe I should just use the smaller parts instead of those. V shall see. Hey now. The claw is so dumb. I hate the claw. Shh, don't tell anyone. go there. You have to have something to keep it in between. The claw is just buggy as heck. But I'm still going to use it. Alright, so that's that. Then we had what? Didn't we have a... I forgot what it was. A fuel tank with .1... An RCS tank with .15 is a...